The AL playoff picture is finally starting to take shape. The Rays, Twins, and Rangers lead their divisions, and the 3 wildcard spots are tight between the Orioles, Yankees, Astros, Jays, and Mariners. So it's more likely than not a team who wins 90 games will be left out of the playoff picture, making it all the more difficult to compete. And that is exactly the case with the Los Angeles Angels. So far this year, they're 30-30, 4th in the AL West, and 8.5 back of the Rangers. It looks to be another lost season for the Angels, and if they continue at this pace, they'll be well out of contention by the trade deadline, meaning there could potentially be some pieces they look to shop, and one in particular I think would be a great fit for the Jays is Jaime Barria. Berea is a long innings reliever who could have some spots here and there, which would be ideal for the Jays because they're missing a guy like him in the bullpen. They do have Pearson and Richards who could both go 2 innings, but they're lacking a guy who could go beyond that, which was Stripling's role in 2021 and 2022, where he became a crucial part of the Jays' pitching department. Berea could be that guy for the Jays. From 2018 to 2022, he posted a 4.09 ERA in 100 games, 56 of them being starts. But what has been most impressive about his game has come in the last 2 years. In 2022, he worked primarily as a reliever and posted a 2.61 ERA in 35 games and 79.3 innings pitched. That's more than 2 innings of work per outing. Now in 2023, he has been lights out with a 1.59 ERA in 13 games and 34 innings of work. Another reason why he could be an interesting target for the Jays is because he could piggyback a starter that gets taken out of the game early. For reference, Alec Manoa has not gone at least 6 innings in his last 7 outings and 10 of his 12 total starts. Yusei Kikuchi is in the same boat, and although he's been much better than Manoa, he is also not going deep into games. 6 of his last 7 starts have gone less than 6 innings and 8 of his 11 total starts. Definitely not ideal, especially since they are back-to-back in their rotation. That means it is pretty common for the Jays to only get 8 of their 18 innings pitched in this 2-game span from their starters, which puts a lot of stress on the bullpen from being overworked, and that leads to poor performances and injuries. Moving on, he would also be an interesting target because he still has 2 years after this one before he becomes a free agent. That gives the Jays some flexibility with their total team spending because he will be in arbitration and not cost too much, which would be nice because relief pitchers have become pretty expensive in the past couple years. And lastly, let's touch base on how much he would cost the Jays to obtain. On baseballtradevalues.com, they say it would cost at least Spencer Horwitz and Deson Brown to get the trade done. Horwitz is the Jays' number 18 prospect, a left-handed hitting first baseman at AAA Buffalo, and he started off the season pretty strong. It's just unfortunate because he's no path in the Jays' team with Vlad at first base and Belt at DH. It's a similar situation to what the Jays had with Rowdy Tellez, who was eventually traded a couple seasons ago because he too was roadblocked. That's why we could see Horwitz moved. He would also be a good option for the Angels going forward as they don't have a solidified first baseman. The other guy, Deson Brown, is the Jays' number 15 prospect at A+, who is best known for his elite speed, which he's received an 80 out of 80 grade on. So far this year, he hasn't fared too well, around a 500 OPS in 39 games, but he's always been viewed as a long-term project with immense upside, one that could be of the Angels' liking. It's a little challenging to predict what a player will cost through trade. Maybe it's more, maybe it's less. There's really no way of telling. But one thing is definitely for sure, and that is if the Angels are out of contention come trade deadline time, we could see them ship off some of the guys whose values could be at their peak. But what do you guys think about a potential trade for Jaime Berea? Do you think he could be of interest for the Jays, or should they go after other options at the deadline? And of course, if you love the Jays as much as I do, then make sure to subscribe. We are closing in on 1,000 subscribers, and you will surely not want to miss out on all the content I have in store for you as the season goes on. Thank you for all the support, and I'll see you in the next video.